We join the Super Legit crew before the show as we figure out a clever way to see our guest when technology is failing us.
Wait, is there a way? What about a video call on Messenger? If we all made a group of this group with your phone, and you could pin Lish's video, and you can just put your phone.
Yeah, and if you ever accidentally call me Liz again, you will be the next radiated banana.
We could certainly try that. As long as it's
it could even muted. Just be. I think if somebody just video calls her and then puts it on mute, I don't think we have to have everybody video call her. If just one person puts her on.
Right. And somebody can just put me next to their face.
Yeah, next to their camera.
I understand some of the words you're saying, so I should not be the candidate for this experiment.
All right, are we ready to really start the show?
Yes,
no idea what that is, so great.
Okay. May I ask a quick question?
Yes,
Stephen, are you holding the phone up?
No, it's on a stand on a Kleenex box. It's resting on my business.
And his hands are free, so this is good.
Yes. We know where his hands are. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Super Legit Podcast. I am your host, Jet Kaufman, and I'm surrounded by wonderful, wonderful people as usual. Let's rattle them off. We have Jen Burton.
Hello.
Chris Sanders.
Hi.
Sean Michael Boozer.
Hello.
Stephen C. James.
Howdy, everybody.
And we are missing my co-host, Michael Hyman, this week. Oh my gosh. So we need to fill in co-host. And I feel like, look, guys, we've had a running gag for I don't know how long. I feel like it's the entire run of the series just about that Josh Spence always desperately wants to be the co-host, and we never ever pick him.
This is his chance.
I feel like with Michael Hyman out, and I'm feeling giving. Let's do it, guys. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I vote yes.
All right.
Yay. Sure.
I second that.
Josh, it's your big.
You're the co-host this week.
Josh.
I'm sure he appreciates that wherever he is.
Josh. Hello.
Oh, he's out sick. He's out sick this episode.
Geez.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
So honorary.
Tough break, buddy.
Honorary
yes.
co-host?
Honorary co-host. Yes.
Yeah.
He will remain the co-host for this episode. And we love you and miss you, buddy. And
sometimes the best co-hosts are silent.
Yes. And I'm sure you'll have done a great job, Josh. I'm sure you would have done an amazing job. And we'll just agree that great work, buddy. Yeah. Great book work, buddy.
Pearl Jam's Jeremy starts to quietly play in the background.
Yes.
Will Michael Hyman remain our host emeritus then?
Yes.
Okay.
Co-host emeritus.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Yes. Meanwhile, we do have guests as well. We have a returning guest, Rebecca Stevens. Hi, Rebecca.
She is. She's right there.
I'm here. Hello. You can see me this time.
Yes, she's not great. A ghost.
Oh my
gosh.
Use the same Zoom background as Norm.
Yes. This is our office.
Oh, wow.
And our
photographed
bedroom.
it beautifully. And then we also have our first time ever guest who was almost a ghost due to more technical difficulties, but we got her here using all kinds of magic. Lish Bliss. Hi, Lish. For everyone at home who can't watch this, Lish is dancing wildly while she says that in a tiny corner of Stephen C. James's screen as we look at her through a video of his phone. This is complex technological wizardry that we have pulled off here to be able to see Lish tonight. And this is how committed all of us are, including our guests, to making this show happen. So thank you all. So we have a question this week, and I'm just going to throw this out there. This one came from a previous guest of ours, Michael Tozan, and it's a basic Tozan, yes.
Tozan.
I tried last time. I had a good plan to get it right. I failed miserably, and this time I was like, I'm going to do it the lazy way that he says it, so that people can get through. But thank you, Chris Sanders, for standing me up. What's an embarrassing situation that happened to you that you're happy to talk about, such as mispronouncing a previous guest's name?
Well, one time my nudes ended up on my boss's computer.
Ooh.
Wow.
Can I have that link?
About how
Can
that
I
happened?
have that
What
link?
kind of job?
Well, I won't say nudes at this point. So he was an acting coach. I don't know if he really coaches. He's more of a he's more of a...
He reacts.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call him... He's a little sleazy.
Okay, there we go.
So he's a man.
Yes, correct. An older man. He looks like Harvey Weinstein.
So what a coincidence.
Sorry to take it there. Anyway, I would hook my phone into his computer, and it auto uploaded all of my photos into his shared album with his wife.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
There's an extra layer.
That's
Correct.
terrible.
And I didn't know this. And there were actually nudes of my ex at the time as well. And I was only in my underwear. So it was like, at that point, I didn't like to send nudes to anybody, or if I did, it wouldn't have my face in it. But I for sure didn't at that time. And just underwear photos. And I got a call a couple days later, and my boss was like, "Hey, you need to come in." And he was like, "Your photos uploaded to my shared album with my wife."
Oh.
I know he saved them. He was sleazy as could be, but he told me that I could come in and delete all of them. But for sure, they saw so many photos that were not okay. And for sure, he saved them. He waited days. For sure, they were having fun. But you know what? After in time, I realized, like, whatever, it's just my body. I was a young girl, but now I bear it all to the internet anyway. So he's blocked me at this point. Maybe it's too sleazy now.
Was this particular creepo probably wishing for this to happen, and then when they did show up, he was just like, "It's Christmas morn." For
sure. There are instances of him with both young boys and girls, freshly over 18, that he would come to LA, bring to LA, and do all kinds of scenes in underwear or making out, just for him to watch and give feedback to.
These would be in class?
And then I was his assistant for a long time after he proposed, going to a hotel one night after he took me out to dinner as a thank you. And I was like, "Oh, no." And then after that point, he was like, "I love you like a daughter." And I was like, "Yeah, that's after I said no to a hotel room." But I didn't know. I was just like, okay. Anyway, he for sure was happy that he got some underwear photos of me.
Did his wife see them also? Are they still married?
They are. She has swept a lot of things under the rug for him because she's high up in the industry. High up. Yeah. Anyway, very embarrassed that my boss knew what I looked like, because I never did any of those underwear scenes.
Now here's a real shot in the dark. Is there any chance that you're willing to just be like, "You know what? Let's blow it all up and name some names"?
No.
Just making sure. I thought I'd try.
Super.
Stacy, get in here. Stacy, it's your grandma. Get in here.
What is it? What's going on, Grandma?
Okay, Stacy, I need you to grab that Polaroid camera.
Okay, got it.
And we're gonna take off all our clothes, and we're gonna take some photos.
Wait.
Okay, Stacy?
Am I taking photos of you, Grandma?
Yes, and then I'm going to take some of you because you are beautiful, Stacy, and I need you to remember what you look like now. And I want you to cherish this. And then we're going to paste it onto the internet cloud. We're going to put it all up there.
Grandma, I really want to support your hobbies, but I feel a little uncomfortable. First of all, I don't want to get naked in front of you.
Oh, Stacy, you come from
and
me.
I definitely don't
blood.
want you to get naked in front of me, even though I'm very progressive. I feel like that would scar me for the rest of my days.
It is too late. This robe is just a string.
Oh my God, that isn't right. Nothing's in the right place.
Stacey,
oh God.
This is your future. I want you to take photos so
Grandma,
you can remember.
Grandma, I'm having a PTSD and I'm having it right now, also in the future, but also right now. I can't. Please close your robe, Grandma.
Give me a hug then, Stacy.
Oh,
I'll
God.
make you feel better.
No, Grandma, I want to be cool about older bodies, but this is horrible.
I want you to realize how young and supple you are. And that's why we should take photos and then put them in the cloud. Just paste it up there for the world to see. Because then when you're my age, you'll be like, "Oh, When was everything in the right place? What did that look like? Oh, it's right there in the cloud.
Yeah, Grandma, God, by then, I hope I'm long dead, and I hope there is no cloud, and I definitely don't want naked photos of myself or you or my name associated with you and all of this going on.
Yo, Joey. So I was going under Stacy's bed, and I found this box, and Stacy's grandmom has got it going on.
Dude,
check these out.
Dude, did you say Stacy's grandma has got it going on?
Yes. Holy shit, man.
Dude, pass that box over here.
Check it out.
Oh my God. I have never seen that used to be up. I've never seen things go that low before. That's amazing.
Right? I mean, my world is opened up. This is a level of maturity I did not expect. I mean, there's wisdom behind those eyes. Like that woman could do some things, right?
Grandma, this is Barry and Peter. I don't know why they wanted to meet you, but...
What's up, Grandma?
This is my grandma, so...
Oh, my God.
Grandma!
Hello, boys. It's been a long time since I've had the company of a gentleman, let alone two. This robe is just a string. So if anybody wants
Grandma, what are you doing?
I am woman, hear me roar.
Oh my God, Barry, Peter, you got to get out of here.
Take some photos.
Let me just take a look.
Hey, why are you shoving me in the closet?
Hey, you stay here. You watch and you learn for your future. Write this down.
Let me out of here.
All right, boys. Who's got a Polaroid and the cloud?
Are the teeth staying in, or?
No, what do you prefer?
Grandma, don't take out your teeth.
So, Stacy, as your therapist, I'm just letting you know what you're suffering right now is what's called current traumatic stress disorder. You are
that makes so much sense.
Currently going through an incredibly traumatic situation. And that's why every time someone says the ROBE word.
Please don't even spell it.
Or anytime you see someone, taking a selfie, why those hives are showing up on your neck and why your palms get all sweaty. So it's not you, it's the situation that you're going through.
That is exactly how I feel. Thank you for having a name for it, because I've had hives since my grandma showed me her business.
Yes.
And they've just been nonstop ever since. And I can't even touch anything anymore because my hands are so sweaty. It's just, this whole situation is untenable. And now she's dating two of my friends, Barry and Peter, at the same time. They're living at our house. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with this.
Cut to the house.
Gary? It's me, Peter. Gary, are you there?
Yeah. You can call me Gary. You can call me Barry. Anything you want, honestly.
I'm sorry. I'm just so wiped out. I have current dumb brain, so I can't remember stuff.
It's fine.
You guys, I need to use the bathroom. Do you both have to be in here at the same time, or?
Yes, because I'm taking a bath.
Oh, Jesus, Grandma!
And we're videoing it. Yeah. All right. I've got the slow-mo going on the iPhone and everything. Like, this is going to be good. It's going to be artistic.
Cut back to therapy.
So you don't have to live in this constant state of stress. Now, it's controversial, but there are some things that we can do cognitively, behaviorally, in order to alleviate what you're going through right now. Now,
okay.
Are you willing to be brave with us right now?
100%. I will literally do anything to erase these images and this experience from my mind.
So we call this exposure therapy.
Knock, knock, knock.
Somebody's at the door.
Oh, go ahead. Come on in.
Dr. Dreyfus, I'm
yes.
here.
Yes.
Stacy, your mother is coming to therapy with you.
Mm-hmm. Mom.
I'm sorry I left you with your grandmother.
I haven't seen you since I was 5.
I know. I went and became a monk. I had to get away. From your grandmother, but Dr. Dreyfus tracked me down.
I'm a really fucking good therapist.
Yes, yes. He Sherpa'd his way into the Himalayan mountains to find me.
That's how I lost the end of this finger. Frostbite. I'm a very good therapist.
Knock, knock, knock.
I think there's somebody else.
And now for the exposure part of the exposure therapy.
Oh,
go ahead and come on in.
Stacy, my daughter.
No.
I've got to have a robe with the string. Who's got a Polaroid?
Dr. Dreyfus.
Hold on. Here, Grandma, I'm putting another robe on top of your robe. I'm going to go ahead and tie this one securely. This is what's known as a bowline knot in sailing. This should hold pretty steady. Here around the back. Okay.
Oh, that's very tight. But you know what I can do is lift it up from the bottom.
Oh,
Look
my
at
God.
these bits and pieces all over the place.
Oh, wow.
My hives.
Who wants to
so
paint
bad.
me? Paint
Oh, my God.
me. Paint me.
It's like someone released snowy confetti.
Dr. Dreyfus, you're covered in hives too.
I'm sorry. I got into this work because of something that happened to me.
Oh.
So,
Oh, no.
Louise, this is your mother. Aren't you going to do anything?
Well, you see, all these years in the mountains of the Himalayas, I thought I would be healed from this, but you see, I feel some hives coming up on my chest right now, and I don't think I can really do anything.
Maybe you should take your sweater off. I don't have any hives.
Okay. Well, Mother, you've always wanted to see them. Here are my tits fully grown in.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Okay.
come on. I haven't
I'm-
seen you since I was 5.
Oh, they're beautiful. See, Stacy, this is what I'm saying.
Stacy, show us.
So, dude, I heard her mom's gonna move into the house now too.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I'm not sure if a younger woman's going to do it for me.
Well, I mean, relatively speaking, she's still an older woman for us, because we're still high school.
Yeah, but like once I understand the maturity of her grandma, it's like, I don't know if I can go back.
Dude,
Once you go old, you never go back.
That is the most ageist thing I've ever heard. If you are down for a gilf, you can be down for a milf. Don't be that guy, man.
Oh, you're right, man. You're right. I'll give it a try. I'll give it an old college try, even though I'm in high school.
All right, well, who's down for a good gift? It's the great-great-grandmother.
And it's the MILF.
All right, guys, I'm just going to spend the night in the closet again, so I'll be in here with earplugs in.
Legit. I love that it was suddenly Hanna-Barbera.
Okay, let's just all agree you were 24-year-old high schoolers,
Yes.
okay?
Oh no, we were definitely held back. We were adults. Yeah.
Also, I'm not quite sure what accent I take on as a grandmother, and it's not great.
I think it's Grimesian. I think that's
Yes.
the voice.
I can't
Grimesian.
get it.
I thought it was great.
Oh, that grandma could
Yeah,
get
that
it.
grandma
Yeah,
could.
she
Oh,
could.
That
yeah.
grandma
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh,
you
yeah.
could see her.
She got it.
Business.
Anything
you.
she wanted.
Oh, it's kind of my dream, so
Yes.
I'm not against it.
My embarrassing thing that I don't mind telling isn't even that bad. It's not that funny either. It's actually it kind of sucked. Summer camp.
The setup
It
is
is.
great for this.
Summer camp.
Kill it.
Are you Jen?
Yeah, don't steal my bit.
In Southwest Michigan, a place called Camp Waukesha. A whole lot of appropriation of Native American cultures going on
Oh, yeah.
for
That's how they work.
sleepaway camp for young boys and girls. For the younger group of kids, you were Potawatomis, and the older kids, you were Chippewas. I think it was my first year as a Chippewa, which meant I think I was over like 10 or 11. Anyways, the camp counselors are usually like high school kids, like juniors or seniors, just working a summer job. Every day there was 1 hour of basically nap time, but it was just quiet time. Everyone just had to be in their cabin for an hour, and you were in like big group cabins. And you weren't supposed to, no one's supposed to leave their cabins or do anything. You're just supposed to be in there. The guy that was our counselor, I forget his name, but he could not sleep without music playing, and he was playing every single night. The only thing that he played was Pearl Jam, the album with Jeremy on it, over and over. This is where my distaste of Pearl Jam came from. That does not sit well with Josh Spence.
Yeah, I remember how this went down last time.
But one of the days at quiet time, I had to pee so bad about 10 minutes in, and our cabin was the closest to the like public restrooms where everyone would go. And I asked if I could go, and he said no one can leave the cabin. I went back and sat on my bed. My older brother, was in the same cabin with me and with a couple of his friends. This went on for the whole hour. Like every 10 minutes I went up and like, please, you really got to let me go. And then I go back, and my brother and his friends weren't like making fun of me or anything. And then it just came down to like, there's only like 10 minutes left and I cannot hold it. And I'm standing in front of him asking again one more time if I can go in front of like, and at this point it's like movie moment. Like all of the other boys in the cabin are behind me, totally have my back, like are pleading with him to let me go. And then I just pissed myself full on, just completely emptied my bladder right there in front of everybody.
This is the second time we've heard this story in different. It's great. Go ahead.
Yep.
This is the second time we've heard this story.
Yeah.
Last time it was in the classroom with the teacher.
No, that was the second time we heard that story too.
No.
But yeah, there's always an extra detail on it.
Oh no, this is the first time I've heard this story. But it's a second.
Yes, I have pissed myself in public. A few different times as a young boy.
It's a recurring theme.
Yeah. He'll be telling a different piss story every podcast.
If I can back up. So Chris has a story where he pissed himself and then revealed it to his crush later on, grade. Which in third grade. But then there's also the camp piss story, which this is the second telling of the camp piss story. Why do I feel like I'm like an old Tolkien character who's like, I'm the lore keeper of the pee-pee pads?
I have that too, because of course I edit them, so I hear them like 3 or 4 times. So I'm like, oh, I know this story.
I didn't realize I had piss myself canon.
Wait, Chris, how old were you?
I said, it would have been like...
You're 10 or 11? Okay, this isn't fair because my embarrassing story was about pissing myself also, but I was
people pee themselves.
No, we had an entire episode about
do
pooping
it as an
adult. So yes, it happens.
Look, I do.
But this is why I prefaced it with, it's not. It sucked. I'm a full-grown boy just pissing myself.
No one else
in
has
front
specified whether they thought
my
it
brother
sucked,
and
though.
his friends, and
I think it's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've just stolen my thunder to ever talk about my embarrassing moment.
Well, also for folks who've given childbirth, from what I understand, performed childbirth. I'm not sure the phrasing, but from what I understand, who've birthed, from what I understand, it makes pissing yourself just a walk around the corner is enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I sneeze and piss myself all the time. It's great.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm doing Kegels right now.
Nice.
I love your Kegel face.
We can all see. Just move your camera. We can all tell you're doing Kegels. Yeah. This is now an HR issue.
Kegel. Yep. She's not making that sound with her mouth.
Yeah, no, that's a classic trick for all genders.
That
I
was
suppose you can flex those muscles and do all kinds of helpful things.
Well, I have a non-piss related.
Is this suddenly a sex advice podcast?
Look,
No, please.
I'll never talk about me pissing myself again. This was the last.
Tragic.
Oh no! I was just surprised to hear like it was thematically, so identical to the story you told us just a couple weeks ago. I was amazed, is what I was. So I would prefer that you please unleash.
If there's
all
any
the
other
piss
stories where I
on
pissed
us.
myself,
And well, if I may, what was actually stopping you outside of just permission? Why didn't you just go?
Why didn't I just walk
past?
through?
Yes.
He was standing between me and the door. Like he was not going to let me go. But it was probably mostly just permission.
Dick.
I was a good boy.
Yeah.
I was a rule follower.
You followed the rules. Yeah.
That is why you're so bad now.
Yeah.
This is why I'm
Jen, I want to hear your non-piss take.
Well, now I'm worried that I've told this story before. Have I told?
Everyone's going to be self-conscious now about the stories they've told. I'm sorry.
Told the beautiful eye story before?
Beautiful eye.
Doesn't sound familiar. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's
the beautiful
do it.
eye story.
And if you have, no one will tell you.
Yeah, we'll label this episode a rerun just in case.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just in case. So this was sort of embarrassing. So I was inside of a Starbucks once, a long time ago. And I was standing in line and there were 2 guys who were kind of around my age, sort of, doing that thing where they look at you. And I must have looked good that day or something, but they were looking at me and I was looking back and they were cute and whatever. And I wear hard contact lenses, gas permeable contact lenses. I can't wear soft lenses because of a number of things. But anyway, I've worn them my whole life. But the thing about these contact lenses is if something gets in your eye, it's like you just immediately start crying. It's so painful because it's like having something in between something hard and then your eyeball. So like you immediately have to take it out. You have to like, and it happens to me all the time. And sometimes you can kind of blink it away, but it doesn't look pretty. It's not an attractive look. Is all I'm trying. That's the setup to the story. So anyway, I'm standing there and I'm feeling attractive. And one of the guys says, "You have beautiful eyes." And right at that moment, something flew into my eye.
Oh my God.
And my whole face crumpled. And what happens is one eye starts just blinking uncontrollably. It's just like my whole face contorts. There's just nothing I can do about it. It's a complete facial. It's actually more like, remember in Inner Space when that movie, that old movie Inner Space where his face changes?
Yes.
It's in the mirror and it gets all crazy. I'm really taking it back to the 80s.
Yeah.
It's like that. At any rate, my whole face crumpled into a teary, spastic, just horrific mess. And the looks on their faces was horror. It was, they were horrified at what was happening to my face. And I had to explain, because up until that moment, I felt very beautiful and cool. And then I immediately had to be like, I have hard contact lenses. I have something in my eye. I just like, it all went away in seconds. And then they both kind of took a step back. And then one of them said, "It's really ironic." Even though he was using the wrong word, because he had literally moments before said, "You have really beautiful eyes." And then he said, "That's really ironic." And they both there was no end to the conversation. They just turned away and walked away. And it was a humbling moment in my life.
And an ironic moment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Jen, I had hard contacts for 15 years.
Oh,
so
you
I
did.
know. I
You know the
know
thing.
and it's just like your face falls, it turns red, and it just like water, crying, and it just everything swells, and you can't do it, and you're like,
Yeah, and you're just like,
can't do
I got it.
And if you take it out, then it's like this little disc. Like, how are you going to put it back in? What if the wind blows it away, which has happened to me?
I've dropped them on the ground. Rebecca, that makes me feel so good that there is a fellow hard contact lens person who understands that, so it doesn't sound just like I'm like making things up. It really is a horrific event when like a piece of dust flies in your eye. It's terrible.
So what are the downsides of hard contact lenses? Because it really sounds like I mean, why not just at that point? It's just like you both probably would look awesome in glasses. Let's say
I don't.
Oh.
I'm very blind. I really you put glasses on my face and you can't even see my eyes. They're like pencil points. They're so far back into my head. You can't even see them.
Yeah, what number are we talking?
Well, we're talking negative 8.5 in one of my eyes, which is pretty damn bad. And the other one I think is negative 5.75. I got
you
one
got
good
any
eye.
misshaping?
I got some astigmatism going on.
Also, that's
pretty sweet.
That's the really terrifying thing about hard contacts is you can't go to soft because the hard makes a groove in your eye, like the contact just like fits into that. So if you try soft contacts, they go all over the place and they go behind your eyeball.
We're going to need a content warning at the top of this episode because some people, I'm not saying who, but some people get squeamish about eyes. Super.
Okay, kids. All right, camp counselors, let's get around the bonfire. Everybody, come on, sit down.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yay.
Okay. Do this.
Hey, by the way,
Camp
just so you guys
songs.
know, I did bring my acoustic guitar, so I'm ready to strum.
But before we get into the music and the marshmallows, we're going to tell some scary stories, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just set this
anyone
acoustic guitar
heard-
aside.
Yeah, just for a second there, Travis, thank you. Has anyone heard about gas permeable contact lens girl?
Tell us more.
She sounds scary.
Well, you think that she's a normal, beautiful girl out in the world. But when you make eye contact with her, all of a sudden her eyes start twitching and bleeding blood and then popping out of her head. And then her eyeballs attack you and they strangle you. And then you go blind and you
die.
Scary.
Does it require eye contact? Because honestly, I don't really make eye contact with girls anyway. So I don't think this will be a problem for me if I run into her. I feel like I could just probably get out of the situation just fine. No issues.
Connor, she can find you with her eyes.
Connor, she finds you.
Okay. Well, I'm just figuring, like, maybe I could, I should bring a baseball bat with me wherever I go. And then, like, if she does find me, like, I don't make eye contact. And then I hit her with the baseball bat. And then there's no problem. Like, we're fine.
Camp counselor, point of order.
Yeah.
He is not putting the flashlight underneath his face when he's talking.
That's true.
It is ruining the whole vibe of this campfire.
Thank you, Tim. Connor, could you put the flashlight under your chin?
But also, like, the flashlight's pretty heavy, too. I could probably just whap her over the head with it, and, like, this would be over real quick.
Yeah, but Connor, you're at a Starbucks, and you don't have, like, any sort of, like, bats or flashlights, and you just kind of glance over, and her eyes just get you, and they attack you and strangle you.
Is she lactose intolerant? Because I could probably just, like, throw the drink on her.
Yeah,
Connor,
come on,
you're ruining
Connor.
another night at the campfire. You ruin every fun activity.
I'm just saying, why do we have to be scared of everything when we could solve problems? Like,
Connor, the world is a scary place, okay?
That attitude, it sure is.
Camp counselor.
Yes, Tim.
I would like to throw up for voting. We should eject him from the camp. He should no longer be allowed to be at sleepaway camp with the rest of us. Can I get a second on that, please? And then vote, and then we can carry, and then we can get rid of him.
You should have to go to the contact, or the whatever you called her, lady.
Yeah.
Gas permeable contact lady.
Yeah. We should send him there.
We should do that.
Fine. That's fine. I'm not scared. You know, I'll bring a torch with me. You know, maybe I'll blind her. You know, like she won't be able to see. It'll be too bright.
Connor, come into the gas permeable contact lens grove.
All right, whatever. That's cool. All right. Looks pretty neat, honestly. Like, this is,
Yes, doesn't it look neat? It looks exactly like a Starbucks, doesn't it?
Bathrooms are for customers only.
Starbucks. I could go for a Frappuccino about now, honestly. Like, I've been craving it. The camp sucks without Frappuccinos. I gotta say, I usually get them all the time.
I'll make you a Frappuccino. Come over here and stare into my eyes.
Yeah, I don't make eye contact with girls, honestly.
You will now with the power of my thoughts. I force your eyes into my eyes.
You know, honestly, I try not to think too much. Like, people have been complaining to me. They tell me I think too much. I've been trying to cut it down. So, honestly, it's not getting through. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna wait for my frap. Just let me know when it's ready.
It's ready.
Sweet.
All right. LASIK, soft contacts, gas permeable. Get in here.
Yeah.
Guys,
Here.
what are we doing? You know, we're supposed to bring terror into this world. You know, we're supposed to scare children. We're supposed to make people blind. And we are just not doing it. You know what people want? They want glasses. And they're wearing them.
My laser's too accurate.
It really
is too accurate.
It's not scaring the children, the adults. Nobody is dying by strangulation anymore. They're all going glasses.
I worked really hard to scare a young man in gas permeable grove, and I ended up making him a Frappuccino.
That's coming out of your budget. You know that, right?
I know that. I did my best. I used my scary voice. I had my gas permeable minions standing in the trees nearby making scary noises. There was a dense fog. I don't know.
I am not sure how this is on us. You know, those damn hipsters come in here with the cool glasses and the crazy frames, and of course, no one wants us. They want the glasses. The glasses make them cool. But I don't see how that's on us.
Listen
that can't
to
be
me.
on
You're
us.
too soft.
Yeah.
You are too soft.
Soft, you can change people's eye color. And what are you doing? Sitting here complaining about glasses?
It's me, old Squints. I don't understand why people just moved on from me at this point. I mean, it's a tried and true system. It's all built in. You just squeeze your eyes together and work really hard, and you can sort of make things out. I feel left behind.
Get out of here. You and pulling the book away, both of you, out of here, okay? People aren't going to do that anymore.
Goodbye.
Hey, what's up? Sorry I'm late, team. It's your boy G. Glasses coming at you. Sorry, I was banging another hot one.
Here we go.
You are the absolute worst.
Am I?
Yes.
Did you see my Tesla? No, you can't. People can't keep you on the front of their eye, can you? Always slip to the back, huh? No. You're not driving.
Well, look, you can't see it out of your peripheral, so I don't know what you're coming at us for.
Oh, snap.
LASIK. You know, I've never had an issue with you.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I know.
I'm just trying to be laser with my cutting, you know?
I understand.
Glasses, why do you even have to be around here, huh?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I
you
work
already got
here.
a corner.
I mean, what I have to be here?
Well,
I mean, I know.
We're having a private meeting here.
Go somewhere where people want you around.
We deal with the actual eyeball. We don't just sit a few inches away. You ever had your body next to an eyeball suctioning to it, huh?
I think that's disgusting.
Well, we're doing the real work, man. We're in there.
We're in the trenches.
And
I've got to be honest. I've never suctioned an eyeball either.
Well, you blasted into one.
Yeah, I blasted into it, but I never
made
sucked.
connection
I blasted
with an eyeball.
LASIK is
This is true.
very talented at blasting. That's why LASIK, one of the many reasons I've never had an issue with you.
Look, LASIK has touched an eyeball. When have you touched
I don't
an
need to
eyeball?
touch eyeballs.
A lot of eyeballs.
And, prescription goggles, okay?
Hate that guy.
Swimmers need to stay underwater, too.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about your cousin, okay?
Don't bring prescription goggles around here.
First cousins. I mean, we grew up like siblings, okay?
Yeah, but it's not glass.
It's a form of glass, all right? It's tempered, and you know how much heat I have to be under, how much pressure?
Do you know how much heat I am?
She's literally a laser.
All right. Glasses, laser, just go out on a date, okay? We can all tell you guys are falling in love. There's so much sexual tension happening here. My eyes are steaming.
Ugh. Oh, God, I got something in my eye.
No,
don't.
Glasses, I can make you a higher prescription, you know? I would like to come together with you.
You can burn a hole right through me.
No, I just want to chisel you a little bit more.
Chisel's
blast you.
Hey guys, it's me holding the book far away. Is it just me or is this getting really, really hot?
Legit. I got so wrapped up in like different eye things.
Yes. Yeah. How many things do we know about eyes? Oh my gosh. That relationship was really getting steamy there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, gas permeable.
Yeah.
Jen.
Yeah.
They are gas permeable, technically.
Yeah.
That's really what they are.
So
Hard
weird.
lenses and gas
Sexy
permeable
phrase.
lenses are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love that we could use that technical term, like doctors.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
So this is the point in
Very
the
smart.
show where our co-host would point out that we have a sponsor. Unfortunately, Josh isn't here to point out the sponsorship, and Michael Hyman would normally bring us the ad, but we've had this wonderful thing where our guests have started to bring us sponsors themselves. Like it's sort of a kind of a quid pro quo for having them on the show is that they bring someone who brings us some money. So I think Rebecca was nice enough to bring us a sponsor to us. Let's hear from you, Rebecca.
Well, how do I pronounce one of these words?
It's pronounced fish.
Pietastic.
Pietastic?
Yeah. It's like
Rock
a fantastic
Hudson,
pie.
he's dead, right?
Probably. I
Yeah,
don't know.
okay.
No one cares. We've had a lot of dead celebrities shilling for a product.
But I guess I don't know what I'm selling. I don't know what this product is. So great. Okay.
Yep,
great.
exactly.
Sure.
It is whatever product you decide it is on the spot.
Great. Okay. I got it.
So
Sure. Let's just
you're
do
the
it.
expert and you know everything about this product.
Right.
So however you want it. Okay. So let's hear what you brought us, Rebecca.
Oh. Squish, squash. Silky smooth, bubbly. Slice and dice. Pietastic. Rock Hudson. Ooh. So when you're like with your friends and they're like, do you like cake or do you like pie? And you're like, I like pie. And they're like, I like cake. And then everyone gets mad. Well, let me tell you that this silky smooth bubbly, pie-tastic pie from Rock Hudson is exactly what it says. So when they're like, ooh, cake, frosting, you can be like, no, pie, filling. And then it's so great. Because really, don't you want something that squishes and squashes in your mouth? It's silky smooth and bubbly. I already said that. But like slice and dice. Because you can't slice and dice a cake, but you can slice and dice a pie. Just like Rock Hudson says, oh, I want pie. Put it in my mouth. Thank you, Mommy.
I would say of all the celebrity last words, those are my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mommy.
Yeah.
Oh, put it in my mouth. Thank you, Mommy.
Wait, I'm now realizing I was just supposed to go off at that. I didn't have to read the whole thing, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Well, that's fine.
Just work them somewhere into the ad copy, which you also did. So that was great. For that completely real sponsor that we just had that you brought to the show, that people can definitely purchase Squish Squash somewhere.
Yes. Super legit is the promo code.
Rock Hudson's.
Yes.
Nice store.
Oh, these are fun. I like these.
I'm glad you like reading these completely real ads that you brought to us. Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad to bring it.
So who else has a story of embarrassment that isn't making up an ad for our podcast, which didn't happen because that was a real ad?
You know, so you guys know, I think uncomfortableness is so enjoyable and hilarious, right?
We've noticed you're very sadistic.
So you know when you go to court and you are one of the jurors or whatever.
Oh, okay. So you're not in court.
Jurors or whatever.
You know when you do a crime.
Yes.
You know when you're arrested.
Yes. You know when you're the judge.
They have this thing where you state your name, you state your occupation, and then you state, for some odd reason, your marital status, which I think is just so odd, right?
Yeah.
And so you the judge has you up there and there's like the other prospective jurors there. And so I said, they say, state your name, your occupation, and your marital status. And so I say, Sean Michael Boozer, actor. And I do this scan with one eyebrow up and go across the whole room and I go, single. Not one person reacted. It was amazing. It was so uncomfortable that I started to laugh, right? And then when I started laughing, no one reacted. It was the best thing ever.
Self-feeding.
Oh God, it was beautiful.
Great.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, those are. I think generally the best ones are the ones that either everyone laughs, one person laughs, or nobody laughs.
I've had an experience this week that I've been thinking about you guys a lot, because that is a fucking hilarious story, Shawn Michael, and it reminds me like how much normal people are not funny. Because I have a couple of people who I work with who there's been like one incident where it's like something like is like kind of humorous happens. But now every time I see them, they bring up that same incident.
Oh,
yes.
So it's like, hey, remember the thing with the toast the other day? And I'm like,
yeah,
that was like a month and a half ago. Normal
That's
people
my
are so
family.
boring.
Oh, my family.
Yeah. Are you from the
God.
Midwest too?
Yes, I am. They did, yeah. My family doesn't even think I'm funny, and that's fair. That is fair. But when I tell them I do comedy, they're like, "Oh." If I bring them to a show, they usually are wide-eyed the whole time and then don't really have anything to say afterward. But, if something happens, one thing happens that's like, oh, the dog shit on my toe, then it's like, you remember when the dog shit on your toe? Like, 20 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also the people like who repeat the funny thing they just heard over and over and over again. It's like it's a stand-up or in a movie theater audience or whatever. It's like someone said something mildly funny, like you're sitting there and say, that was cute, and someone is like, oh, the dog ate it. The dog ate it. Turns to everyone around, the dog ate it. And then afterwards you're leaving the theater and you hear them going, the dog ate it. It's like, that wasn't even.
How do they laugh at it every time as if it's
Well,
the first time they
here's
heard
the
it
thing.
too?
God.
It feels to me like we get to see aliens every single day, like several times a day and we're hanging out with aliens all the time. These people see an alien once and they can't fucking shut up about it. Right? It's the thing where it's like, oh my gosh, this amazing thing. We're like, yeah. That amazing thing happens to me all the time. Somebody said something that was fucking hilarious. I don't need to repeat that again because there's going to be another.
I was going to say, even worse than that is someone that says something that's not like in our world that is kind of funny. And if you don't react, they'll repeat it. Like, did you hear it? Like, did you get it? Like, did you? And I'm just like, it wasn't that great to begin with.
Right. No, I'm sure you just didn't hear that. Let me just try it one more time. Let me try it one more time. No,
you know what? Saying it louder is not making it better.
That and when there's like a new special that out, there are some people in my life that will just quote every little piece of the special, like trying to get a reaction from me, and I'm like, I don't care. I literally don't care. Stop quoting it. I've heard you say it 50 times.
We have one of my colleagues who has all of the noise of comedy, but none of the music. So it's one of those things where the thing that he says is delivered like a joke, except there's no humor in it. So it's just like, I mean, I can't believe it. The copier was there spitting out papers. And you're like, yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
You haven't heard my things that already happened in the office jokes? And there goes my pen, full of ink.
Super.
So I ordered a Frappuccino, and she's like, here's your Frappuccino. Right?
Well, that's really nice service.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, Mark, that sounds like a really good barista.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But then, okay, you got to hear this one. So I walked out to my car, and I get in my car, I turn it on, the radio comes on.
Wow.
That's a good sound system,
really,
Mark.
That's really good sound system.
Yeah, just like I'm sitting there, and there's music. It's just like, what is this, right?
Wow. I mean, your car is 5 years old. That's really great that it works.
Oh, that reminds me. So I went the other day for an oil change, and it's like one of those pull-up places, and they're like, the guy's in front of me, and he's waving his arms at me. Is like, you go this way, go that way, go this way, they'll go that way. And I'm like, I don't know which way to go.
Mark, I've got to be honest. You're always telling us about the things that are working in your life, and I hate that you keep rubbing it in.
Yeah.
I hate that you just keep reminding me that, like, my life sucks. Okay?
Oh.
And, like, I go to a coffee shop and they yell out Denise and I'm Diane. Okay? So, like, I appreciate if you just stop rubbing in that everything works so well for you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Mark, you know that I haven't had a car in 18 years. So I'm so glad that your sound system works. But, like, I don't even have keys to put in a car to open, to sit down, and there's no radio.
Oh, Ellen.
I'm talking about my life, and
we've tried to be supportive.
I'm just going, everything's great. What a dick, right?
Yes, what a dick.
Yeah, it must be so nice to just be free with your laughter, to have everything in line.
All right, so Mark, I'm sorry we've had to bring you in this way. As you know, Diane and Ellen have brought charges against you within the company. Yeah. And I just want, look, I love your jokes. They're hilarious. Okay.
Okay.
I get it.
You. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But that's not the times we're living in anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's so hard. I know. Like I'm walking down the hallway here, and I turn one way and it's like, oh, that's the wrong way. I'm supposed to go the other way.
See, that is, right. I mean, look, I would never say, you're not recording this, right?
Oh,
because I don't want to get into trouble with anybody.
That's the thing. My phone has a recording function and I looked at it and it's not on.
Okay, good. Oh wait, that was a joke.
Right. You get it. You get it.
Man, I really do. Oh my God. Anyway, I do have to fire you. So,
okay.
So I've got all the paperwork here. I don't know if they're going to, file outside charges against you. Obviously, these are really serious accusations about, the jokes you're making are offensive technically.
Okay, I get it.
You know, that's just the world we're living in right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't make jokes.
Okay, jurors, thank you so much for being here today. As you know, the defendant is Mark, and he is being sued by Diane and Ellen because of his jokes. So I just need you all to, come here, and we're just going to do a quick debriefing to see if you're a good fit, and impartial. So
I'm ready to convict right now, today. Let's do this.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Juror number one. Okay.
Yes. I'm number one.
Juror number one, can you
I
tell
like this
us-
guy. Can we have him on here on the jury?
Keep your mouth shut, kid.
Oh,
I think I need order in this court. I'm going to go with order in this court.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. My client will keep his mouth shut from now on.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay real quiet.
Jesus Christ.
I'd like to change my vote from conviction to can we have him death penalty? Let's go with death penalty. Can we do that?
I have an idea. Let's squirt him with a water gun every time he says a bad joke.
I'm on it. I keep a spare water gun in my lawyer briefcase.
Lawyer, are you the lawyer for the defendant and the person mad at the person? Guys, I didn't go to school.
No, Your Honor, I have...
Your Honor?
I have the defendant. The prosecution
Your
is
Honor.
my friend and colleague.
I'm the prosecutor, Your Honor. I'm the prosecutor, and he is the defense attorney who is serving the defendant, and I am helping the two plaintiffs, Diane Fostenfein and Ellen Bison.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clearing that up. Sorry, I drank earlier today.
Mark, you know what's kind of funny about this? It's as if they all went to law school, and they don't seem to know the law.
Somebody get a water gun out.
Whoa.
Somebody
Unnecessary rough.
I'd like to object, Your Honor. The defense is clearly trying to bias the jury by creating some sort of sense of normalcy around the offensive, quote, humorous, unquote, material that his client has been putting forth by presenting it during this jury call.
As a member of the jury, I will not have you legal-splain to me. Listen, Your Honor, I also don't know the law, but I know a guilty bastard when I see one, and I'm looking at one. Look at this guy. Let's convict. Let's do this today. I could probably be home by lunch.
I just want to throw out there that water spray bottles worked on my cats. So maybe we could use water spray bottles.
And you think that would work on Mark to teach him to not tell his jokes?
I also have an idea. What if we allow the wheels of justice to turn and we try him in front of a jury of his peers by presenting evidence, and then at the end of the case, we reach what is known as a verdict? I don't know. Why don't we give that a shot?
That's complicated.
Your Honor, there's no way this guy is on my level.
Okay, Mark, I'm so excited you're back at the company. This is fabulous. I'm so happy you're back. This is amazing. I can't believe that case turned out the way it did. I mean, there wasn't even a verdict. They just said, no matter, if you make a joke, I have to spray you with a water bottle.
Yeah, no, I mean, that jury was hung.
Okay, I do technically have to spray you with this now.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
That's right in the face. I'm sorry. That's how we do it. Any rate, Diane and Ellen are here. I've asked them to come just so we can all acclimate to the situation. And they're gonna come in, and I'm just gonna let you guys talk. And they do have really powerful sprayers, as does all the employees in the office now. That's the conditions of your reemployment. But secretly, I'm so glad you're back.
I'm so happy to be here. Even if it sounds like by the end of the day, I am going to be soaking wet.
I can't. I got to spray you again.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Diane and Ellen, come on in.
Thank you, Mark. And I just have to say that...
thank you.
All right. Here's my fire hose.
They did get to choose whatever kind of sprayer they wanted. So.
Mine's got a BB gun attached to it.
Legit.
prosecution.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's very confusing.
it's okay. We won't persecute you for missaying prosecution.
I didn't even say that. I didn't even get the word. I couldn't even get to it. I got defendants. Guys, I'm not a judge.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you did.
But I will say,
Thank-
as
thank
someone
you,
who
Jen.
knows you,
You're welcome.
Judge Rebecca would be a great afternoon TV show.
Oh, I am.
Absolutely.
You would
I'm tuning
be
in.
so great.
Judge Rebecca's family court, where you,
Yes.
Hot pants court.
Yeah. It
Oh,
would be.
hot pants court.
your defendants and plaintiffs are literal children.
I'm into that. And, you know, as I'm becoming a therapist and a celebrity, it's just the next step. Like,
Mhm.
I want to continue to act and be a therapist.
Therapist,
and then the next
celebrity,
step
judge.
is-
That's the order.
Yeah. I mean, that's the next step for sure.
Yes.
Quick question. Is therapize a word?
Not really, but I use it all the time.
I hear it constantly. Yes. So I think we've heard it enough that it's going to end up in the dictionary within the next year if it isn't
Oh,
already
I
there.
hate
I definitely
that.
started saying it in 2005 because it was funny to me. Never thinking that I was going to be a therapizer.
You started the trend.
I did.
And Rebecca, so as a therapist, right? Dr. Phil is stepping down.
Oh, it's in the dictionary.
Mhm. Yes.
I think we got to pitch you to fill that spot.
I would love it so much. I guarantee I would have people crying every episode.
Doctress Rebecca.
Hot pants.
Therapizer.
Yeah.
At law.
I think Dr. Hot Dr. Hot Pants, attorney at law. Everyone's tuning into that show.
Yes. Yes.
That's on Adult Swim, I think.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
watch.
Thanks, guys. I thank you for the support.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're nothing if not supportive.
Oh God, he can't shake the character. He's gone too deep. He's gone too deep.
All right. Yes.
Jed's lost in there.
Well, I feel like with that, we have to end the show.
Okay.
Right,
allowed.
everyone? Right?
Oh no.
No.
Oh boy.
No.
No.
Thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. This episode is hosted by
Yay.
me, Jet Kaufman, edited by me and Chris Sanders, co-edited and produced by Christian Heffley, and co-hosted by Josh Spence, finally.
Yay, Josh. A Yauman's effort.
He's silent but deadly.
Yes. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads, with only, well, all of the ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. If you're loving what we're doing, please pause the show real quick, write us a 5-star review on your platform of choice before you close the app, and tell a friend about us. Our regular cast for this week was Jen Burton, Chris Sanders, Sean Michael Boozer, and Stephen C. James. And then we had the return of Rebecca Stevens and the triumphant new edition of Lish Bliss. Now, do the two of you have anything you'd like to promote? We'll start with Rebecca. Anything you want to send people, or place to follow you, whatever?
Yeah. So I am a working therapist now. Still getting. I'm not licensed yet, but I'm getting there. But go to Life After Birth on Instagram and follow everything that we're doing to help prenatal and postnatal women, as well as couples, get the help that they need during this time of just insanity, pretty much.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Fantastic and desperately needed. And Lish Bliss.
Really great name.
Yes.
Hi, yeah. So you can see me at the West Side Comedy Theater every other Monday with Cobra Knots, and probably like once a month on Mission Improbable. And you know what? You can buy my poetry book that is under an alias name
Ooh.
that I'm not going to share.
Yes.
So
just
listeners,
search for it. Just
buy
find it.
every poetry
Yes.
book,
Yes.
and one of them is going to be the one.
And you will come
Yep.
across my poetry book. Thank you. You're
Well,
welcome.
Are you
I-
Sharon Olds? Is no?
I'll
No,
never
no, okay.
tell.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
No,
will not
can't
name
answer.
drop. She will not
Yes.
name drop. Not
Yeah.
today.
Well, I think that brings our episode to a close. Everyone, thank you all for joining me for another episode, and we'll see you. We'll see you all back here soon, or hear you, because this is a podcast. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Josh isn't here to do
Bye.
his bit.
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
sad.
yeah. Oh,
I'm sad.
hey. You know
What?
what?
Can we do
What?
it?
I
What,
just got
Jen?
a text.
Oh God, please, thank you.
I got a
Thank you.
text
Do this
from
for me, Jen.
Josh.
Yes.
He
What is it?
he asked if we can start recording now.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
If he
Jen.
can start recording
Yes.
now. Not
Yes.
we.
Oh,
he,
yes.
he had a typo.
Yeah.
I got a text too.
Oh, what's up?
It says Foo Fighters rule.
That sounds like Josh.
Yeah.
Yes, Josh. Foo Fighters do rule.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time, I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh,
And that's our podcast.
Yay!
Yay.
So these ads.
Yes, the way the ads usually work is I send Michael Hyman a title for a product or service and like 5 or 6 phrases or words to work into the ad copy. And then he just improvises an ad on the spot that contains all of those things, as opposed to perhaps just rapid fire reading them.
Great. I mean, but like
I
you brought
loved
it back.
I loved it. It was great. It was it was like those that thing they're doing with movie trailers now, where they show you a tiny trailer for the movie trailer first, and then they show you the movie trailer, which I think is obnoxious as hell. But here, that worked.
They
really
do
well.
that for Super Bowl commercials now too. There's commercials for the commercials.
What is
You got a
going on
booty
now?
call?
I was trying to close a window and I pressed play on a thing.
At least it wasn't the wrong thing. Yes.
Yeah, at least we couldn't hear your nudes.